Hello, my name is ConnieErickson. I would like to tell you a story about rock climbing at the University of Minnesota in Duluth. It was maybe 6 or 7 years ago that I went for the first time. You go into this building that has a rink in it, and on the far side of the rink, in another room, is where the rock climbing wall is located. Well, I went in, I looked around. It was very interesting. They had two different rock walls. The one on the right was called the tower, and then the other one was called a chimney. It was all very cool. I was there to learn the basics from a teaching assistant or a TA, working with an interpreter. She explained I needed a belt, harness, and special climbing shoes. Then once I was all geared up, I learned about hooking up the rope and how to belay. And then when I was ready to go, I had to inform my belayer that I was ready. And once I communicated that to the belayer, then I could start climbing. Well, the challenge was looking for the easiest hand placements as I made my way up the wall. And I had to take a few breaks to catch my breath, and sometimes I looked back to see how high I was. I got to a ledge, rested a little bit, and then I continued on, and I finally made it all the way to the top. Such a relief. I looked down. It was about 70 feet from the top to the bottom. And then I had to go back down. So holding on to the rope, I was able to rappel all the way down to the floor. It was such a great experience. And I've been going rock climbing now for 3-4 years, completely fallen in love with it. I became so interested, I asked the TA for more information about where I could get my own gear. And so I went. I bought it. I have my own gear, and I just bring it with me every time I go rock climbing. Really, it is just a favorite activity of mine. I absolutely love it. Now, I haven't been on an outdoor climbing adventure. I'd like to do that sometime, but I just have to find the time for it. But I prefer the indoor wall. It's easier, and it's still really cool. Now, the wall has all these different routes. Some are easier than others. The one in the middle is really tough. But trying it, that was a good experience for me. I think if any deaf people are interested, they should come on over. There's no charge to climb at the place, and there are people to help you get started. The gear is already there, so I think you should come on in. It's a good idea, it's a good experience, and that's all I have to say. The end.